You need a friend to encourage you. Listen to Christiana Bamidele. Issues of life is disturbing you. Listen to Christiana Bamidele. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Life is good. Don't give up.
Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Be Encouraged with me, your host Christiana Bamidele. Thank you for joining me again today. Alright, so before I forget, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel or follow me on all my social media accounts, you have to do so because you do not want to miss this series. It's going to be a series from today, right? Okay, so we're going to be talking about who are you, or should we call it identity crisis? Anyway, we're going to be talking about your identity, your true identity. All right, so I say your true identity because most of us define ourselves or introduce ourselves by, this is my name, I'm Christiana, Bamidele, or I'm Mrs. Bamidele. All right, so we forget the fact that that is just one part of us. It's not the whole thing about you. That's not all about you. Or sometimes you may even introduce yourself as an accountant or a lawyer or a counselor or what you do. Again, that's still some part of you. That's not all about who you are. All right, so your identity is who you really are. Talking about your features, your characteristics, your attributes, those good things, those things that make up the person, your personality. That's your identity. That's who you really are. So next time before you introduce yourself, think of what you're going to say very well. Now, some of us, aside using names or profession and all of that, some of us have also been experiencing some identity crisis, maybe because you've defined yourself over the years based on what you've been through. So majorly, maybe you've been going through, out of 10 successes that you can count, out of things, 10 events that you can, count on your fingers, you can remember having success on maybe 2 of them or even 1. And so because majority of your lifetime, you've experienced some downs, I call it downtime, or you've experienced some failures, you've defined yourself as a failure. Or you've started defining yourself as what people call you. That can be really misleading, very misleading. When people tell you who you are, and then you just kind of, carry along, play along rather, and you just carry that name or whatever identity they've given you. That is very dangerous, even more dangerous, So you have to, it's important for you to know who you really are. How can you help yourself? How can you develop yourself? How can you add value to yourself? How can you even be successful in life if you don't know who you are? If you don't know what is inside this body that you're carrying about? How can you fulfill purpose if you don't know who you are? Because knowing who you are will help you to know your strengths, your weaknesses, and what you need to do to improve. That's where you start from. And so I'm encouraging you again, make sure you follow this series, and you will be seeing the other episodes come up in your notification boxes. Thank you again for joining me. Till I see you next time, I am encouraging you to stay encouraged. God bless you. Bye.
Be encouraged.